Hi Glam Dolls! So today I'm going to show you guys how to make your very own custom U-part wig unit. Just because sometimes you can't make it to the salon to get your sew in, and it's a great option to just hurry up, snatch it on, snatch it off. Here we go. Alright, so first you want to make sure you get you a spandex dome cap. I like these caps because they're very adjustable, and it just feels a lot more comfortable than the other kinds with the netting. It's just my preference. Also, you can buy these at your local beauty supply store or online. I like to purchase mine on Amazon. So I like to go ahead and place it on my mannequin head. Make sure you secure it at the top with the wig T-pins, and nearby you want to make sure you have your hair wefts that you're going to use to sew on your wig unit. You want to have your thread, your needles, and some trusty little scissors. So now you want to go ahead and unravel all of your extensions, cut off the excess bundle little tags or anything that's on it. Make sure you have your wig your wig mannequin in place. I like to double my wefts whenever I sew them on because nobody likes that tangling underneath at the nape of your neck. It's not cute. Boo boo. So there you go. You want to take the end that's already folded for extra security, and you want to start on the right side of the nape of the neck. Now personally, I do not like to go through it just one time, especially when I'm first starting out. I like to go ahead and take it through the weft and the spandex dome about 2 to 3 times, because I know it's kind of hard because you see how your needle can get stuck a little bit, kind of get hung, but girl, you ain't got time for that weft to be slipping and sliding. So you want to take it through about 2 or 3 times just for extra security, and then you can go ahead on and continue to sew horizontally. Okay, so I went ahead and zoomed in a little bit so you guys can see what type of method I'm using. I like to call this method the train track method. I like to pull it through underneath the 2 wefts. Once you pull it through and it's, with the spandex dome, I wrap it around 3 times just for the extra security. And I know it takes a little bit more time consuming, but when I tell you it will not move, it will not move. I like to use this method as well whenever sometimes I'm doing sew-ins. It just depends on how long that my client suggests. When she says she's going to keep it in for like 3 months or whatever, I suggest 8 to 10 weeks, but to each its own. And just take it through 1, 2, 3 and pull up. And I want you to see that? Look, it's not going anywhere. Very tight. And what you're going to do, you're going to keep going back and forth horizontally all the way till you get to the very top. I like to keep going until it's more of like a U shape, and that's why they call it the U-part wig. And I'm still doing the train track method. Sometimes I switch back and forth and just go and pull it through. I go through the weft and I just keep going. It just depends on what I feel like doing at the moment. Now this part I'm going to show you how I'm going all the way to the very end. This part is very important because sometimes you don't want to worry about the track lifting at the corner, because this is where you're going to, if you sew down your wigs, this is where you're always going to be cutting the thread to remove your wig. So you don't want that to happen. So you want to make sure whenever you're getting all the way to the very corners that you're making sure it's very secure and it's not going anywhere. And I like to fold it back one more time. I do not like cutting the wefts until the very end, because cutting your wefts, from experience, I've known that it's a lot of shedding that could end up happening. And so just to refrain from that, I like to just double back and fold back my tracks. So you're just going to keep going until you're done with the entire U, when there's no more left of that third bundle. You're just going to keep going all the way until it's all done. And once we cut the excess cap off, we're gonna actually make sure we go back and sew down the excess part so that it won't show. It'll be nice and flat whenever you have it down. As you can see, this is the last portion all done, top to bottom. We got your custom wig unit completed, and now we're just going to add a couple of more layers in the front. I like to add layers because it'll frame your face, especially if you have a chunky face like mine. Layers are so important, girl. So I like to just make just a couple of layers in the front, and you're going to cut diagonally. You're going to take the hair, comb it out, and just cut in a downward motion towards the side, not straight down, but just a little bit. And it's going to get a little frayed at the top because you're cutting with the razor, and it's okay, just comb it out, it's no big deal. But it adds a lot more volume whenever you're going to add some when you flat iron it out and you want a little bit more body to it. Some people like it all the way around, but not me. I just like the layers in the very front. You're gonna take some scissors, not mine. I took my kids' scissors because they're pretty dull, but it is doing the job. So you're gonna cut all the way to the very top of the crown and cut off the excess portion of the cap and sew around. So here you go. It's complete. I got the wig clips. Some people like clips. I don't. I sew mine down. It's all completed. So now you have your custom wig U-part unit. And if you'd like to see more, please like and subscribe to my channel. And love you guys. Bye, glam dolls. You got your unit.